shit. Am I recording? Yeah, I'm recording. And we're going
live. We're good.
And we are live. Let's do this. Hold on. Okay, so yes, we are. Let me click out of this. So that's going on live. Welcome back, guys. It is the Brothers Geek Out podcast. If you see smoke everywhere, I'm not smoking in here. I've got a dehumidifier in here, which is letting off some cool air, help with my sinus and my breathing issues. But yeah, I hope you guys are well. Yeah, it's a late one. Sorry. We usually give out the podcast quite early on a Sunday, so today's a bit of a late one. G-Man is enjoying holiday time. My sister's gone over, so we're going to talk about John Wick today because we didn't get to really talk about it last time. But as always, guys, massive thank you. We're almost at the 400, man. My God, we're doing great at the moment on the podcast. So thank you for everybody that's following us on social media. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for subscribing to all the other platforms that we're on as well, which is absolutely amazing. We've got some really cool stuff coming up. Again, I can't say nothing for a little while. Even though I'm proper giddy and excited. Like a little kid, like before you go to like a trip or meet up with your boys, have a game. I'm giddy for some reason, bro. Because like we get these great opportunities, but you don't realize what it does to a person. And let me just tell you guys, like from a fan's point of view, because again, me and Gilman, we didn't study film. We ain't no film critics. You know, they class us as journalists and press. Man, I'm, lucky if I spell my name right sometimes, you know what I mean? But this podcast has helped massively, and we get to do some great things along the way. But you guys inspire us more. Some of the comments that I got this week and some of the messages I've been reading, somebody recently commented on, the podcast clips are doing great. And I didn't realize, bro, we have a massive following. Well, I say massive. Our following on Facebook has grown dramatically, bro. Our videos are getting thousands of views on there on the Facebook like page. So guys, if you don't follow the Brothers Geek Out Facebook like page, we pop up all of the stuff that's from Instagram and TikTok onto that page. And somebody reached out to us saying, it's great to hear good conversation from people that understand the situation, because we were talking about Rocky V and how we think it's still a good movie. Well, I think it's a great movie still. I feel like, it builds up on the character, and we talk about the fighters. And somebody reached out and they were like, man, keep doing what you guys are doing, because it's always nice to get somebody else's perspective on stuff like that, because it happens in real life. Fighters go through that. So again, massive thank you again on that one. So I'm starting it off with a positive. and then shout outs to Logitech. Logitech has sponsored me loads more kit. They always hook us up. So they've sponsored me the light beam that I'm using now, which is actually a great light. I'll put the link in the bio. We've got all our podcast kit, the stuff that me and Gilman use, the Yeti mic, the Brio camera. It's all Logitech, guys. And a massive thank you to them for sponsoring us on this, because it's always great when people see the type of work that we put out there and the rewards we get. I see it as rewards. It's my payment. You know what I mean? The fact that we get to get some of this stuff is amazing. So hopefully soon I've got some more good giveaways coming for you guys. But yeah, G-Man, sorry, I babbled on there. How you been, bro?
No, I'm good, bro. I'm just good. I love listening to what you were saying. I love listening to the positive feedback. Just put my lights on, you know what I mean? Trying to get excited out here. And hearing I'm looking at the subscribers on the YouTube page again. Like, so we're on a good, I keep saying it every week, good trajectory, and I can never say the word because I'd never tried to revise the word after we finish the podcast. I always try to do it live. But on doubling our subscribers for this year, so if we can get 25 subscribers every month on YouTube, then we can double our subscribers from last year, and we're doing amazing. And the amazing thing is, it's consistency, man. Consistency is so much. It's key in everything, right? Discipline and consistency. We always find time to do this and give our thoughts. And I appreciate people's comments, and I appreciate they appreciate our discussion and our thoughts, because we can shit on things, which we might do sometimes. We can love things, which we do a lot of times. But we could just give our thoughts on some of the parts and stuff that we do like. Because we were talking about it with Rocky, because you made a nice clip with the lava. And I was like, this is the thing, in my opinion, because I love Creed. Yeah, I'm a Creed fan, and I'm going to follow the Creed franchise. But it did come from Rocky. And the one thing that Rocky has that Creed doesn't have, it had those moments, it had those speeches, you know, where, you know, Mickey would give Rocky an emotional speech and it would just stick forever. You know what I mean? That's one of those speeches, that those motivational quotes, whatever it is, that'll stick forever. Like, I don't know if I got a quote from the Creed movies that really stuck with me, but this one here, hold on, right here. It's not how hard you hit, it's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That was from Rocky 6. You know, the one that you posted with Laros was from Rocky 5, when Mickey was saying that, you know, you gave me as he said, motivation.
Motivation, bro. I love that.
Beautiful. The soundtrack. Listen, the soundtrack, that moment that he put in the movie was beautiful. And the Creed movies don't have that. I'm not shitting on the Creed movies. I'm just saying, in my opinion, though, that's something that the Creed movies don't have.
No, that's right.
Yeah, anyway, I tried to give my thoughts on, because we were speaking about it all week, and I was like, yeah, like, it's true. The Rocky movies, they touch you. They get me properly emotional.
That scene with Mickey always gets me.
Always gets me. And
it's weird.
People
that's from Rocky. That's what I'm saying.
That's such a great scene, man. Emotional.
Yeah, it is. And bro, I teared up listening to that, because I don't know what it was. I don't even know what I was doing. I was cleaning, bro, and I was just having soundtracks play in the background on YouTube, and it came up with that video, and I was like, you know what? For real, because there's reasons why we're here, you know what I mean, and reasons why I have motivate. I was gonna sound like me now. Motivation. I don't care, man. That's a word, bro. I'm gonna stick with it.
It's a word, just like education. It's a word, bro.
It's a word. I don't care. Yeah, no. And it made me tear up. I was listening to it. It made me tear up, and I put those scenes together, and I was like, you know what, for real, because, you know, everybody's got something that they live for. Everybody has their hard days. Everybody, you know, nature is it's what he says, bro. Exactly what he says about nature. You know what? Let me bring that up, because I don't want to mess it up and offend any Rocky fans, bro. Nature is smarter than what people think. Nature is smarter than what people think. We keep losing. And listen, my life is not perfect. And all the opportunities that we get is hard to get. But I realize, because, like, for me personally, it's already got me choked up already. When my house caught fire, bro, that was it for me. Yeah, we're live. What do you need? So give me a second. Sorry, bro. Live.
No, it's cool. It's cool. You were in the middle of something beautiful as well. Tell the missus, man. Tell Bobby, man. Chill out. Yeah. you need to have one of those lights that say live. You know they have in those radio stations.
I saw the Geek is Still recently, and shout out to the Geek is Still. He's got his podcast back on again, and
him.
And he's got one of those things. But you know what? I'm going to put it in front of the door. It will work out, definitely. But what I was going to say, and it was choking me up already. Luckily, that happened, and it cleared it up a bit, or I would have been a babbling mess. My house caught fire, bro. I genuinely thought I lost everything. I did not know what we were going to do. And I remember we spent so much money on this place, bro. And you know, savings, and, you know, here's a moment in your life where you think, oh, things are going to just settle down now. Things are going to be easy. And it was already hard enough, because we were both doing the work in the house as well. So it wasn't like we had a team of people doing it. And I remember it all got sorted, you know, everything else happened. I'm not going to get into details. And I remember we had no furniture in this room, and we had Alara's mats on the floor and her toys everywhere. And Mum and Dad gave us a chair and table to have dinner on. And I really thought, you know, at that time, I didn't even know if I was going to stick around in the job I had as well, because it weren't paying enough money. And we were like flat out broke. You helped as well in that process. And Laura gave me this cuddle because she knew I was just miles away. I was sitting on the mats with her while she was playing with her toys, and I was like, "Fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna do." Like genuinely, in that moment, I did not know what I was gonna do. But Laura came, and in that moment, saved my life. She held me for so long, bro. She was like probably 10 months years old, and I was looking around, and I was like, "We got no furniture, nothing." I'm telling you, children are our blessing, and I'm so excited for the second one to join us. But in that moment, bro, and I think that's what triggered me off with that clip, because we're constantly battling mental health, financials, bro. This country is a mess at the moment. We don't know how some people are surviving, and it's really, really hard. And I remember during fasting month, it was like, give to charity, give what you can, because that's the time where most of your prayers and stuff get answered. But that clip kind of like, she's my reason, bro. Sometimes you feel like, you know what, I'm done. How much more can you take? You get to a certain age and you're like, how do you keep moving forward? And it's true. That quote there says it behind you, bro. It's about getting back up. And Alara gave me that moment when she held me there, and it was like, let's keep moving forward. To be honest, it was hard enough as it was, because we were starting off the podcast. Well, we were in the I think we were like mid 100s in the podcast, and thinking, what am I really going to get out of doing this and the job that I'm doing at the moment now? But this podcast has helped in so many ways, bro, whether it's confidence in the work that I do outside of work, but connecting with people. I suppose that's the most important part. But movies, man, these movies, I'm telling you, bro, they you don't realize there's stuff that some people, like parents, don't know on how to teach on things, and we learn from. And like that thing about how nature is, smarter than people think, and losing, and then having the will and the toughness to keep pushing forward is so important. And it's not easy, bro. It's never going to be easy. It's going to be a constant battle. It doesn't matter. Even if you make shitloads of money, there is going to be something there that's going to tick at you, eat at you, beat you to the ground. And we have to face that fear and walk forward. Like every morning, even with imposter syndrome at work, I mean, every morning when I do get up to get to work, or when I have to go in the office, it's like, oh, brave face. Let's push through and get this done, because I've got a reason to do this. And I suppose it's hard for a lot of people to try and push through. And I mean, I think my main point of this is that it's not easy, but if you could take that step forward to it, you can accomplish many things, guys. And this is what the podcast and all the geeky shit that we get up to has given me the opportunity to do as a person and grow as a person and be a bit more creative. I feel like I got my creative flair back recently. I've been filming a lot more. I've been doing creative stuff with Alara as well, which she's been enjoying. We've been doing movie nights together. Yeah, it's I don't know, movies, man. Rocky though, that's the most important part. The Rocky films really triggered something, but for me, it triggered that moment, and a lot of people don't know that. It's not something that I share, but I'm much more comfortable on sharing things like that, which I've learned over the years now, that if I don't unload, or it's like he did in Rocky 6 when he, again, we've been watching the Rockies again recently, and he was like, Paulie was telling him, what beast? What are you talking about? It was like, it's still in there. And it's true. Like, you hold that anger inside down here and you don't let that out, or that sort of emotion out, it's going to eat you up, man. And it's about communicating, guys, girls, with respect, with everything else. Like, you need to let that out. You need to talk to somebody, friend or no friend, or somebody that you chat to. But emotions. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm not a father yet, inshallah, one day. But everything I do, it's been for the family anyway. The opportunities that I've got from Hong Kong to Singapore to here, I was talking to Auntie about it today. Yes, I'm living an amazing life, no doubt about it. But if someone was to ask me, what have you got to show for it? Like, there's a lot when I think back. And I'm not talking about the fancy stuff. I'm not talking about the Instagrams or where I've been in life, which is also amazing. It's what I've got to show for it, which is helping mom and dad. I wanted to always put mom and dad in a position where they would never have to pay a bill again. My dad's always thinking about bills and whatnot, even though he's trying to tell him, I pay for all your bills, and we do.
Yeah.
He's still thinking about it. That's just dad. But it reminded me of, so, that's just the responsibility that, that everything I'm doing here is just not for fun. It's responsibility for the family, and inshallah one day for my own family as well, and set them up for the future. That's what I'm trying to do ultimately as well, set my kids up for the future. But, it reminded me of a story when dad almost lost everything. He almost lost the house.
Yeah.
Telling Atia today, number 38 break. Oh, no, I'm not going to say my address. Sorry, I almost said their address. That house in Tottenham. Let's not put their address out there. That house in Tottenham is the Ahmed house for life. For life. And we're going to teach Idris, who's like the oldest grandson, and all the other kids as well. You cannot ever sell this. Right? You have to, whatever the laws are and the wills are, you have to, this is forever. Right. But I don't know if this is a good idea or whatnot, but one day maybe we should get dad on a podcast, or record a podcast with him, or just record a conversation with him on the struggles that he went through on the house. And
I think we do. When he,
because
I remember, bro. Sorry, you're gonna say?
No. I brought it up with Atia today. I was like, I wish I had, because she was telling me she makes funny TikTok videos with mom and dad, and they get loads of views and people enjoy them because they're funny and Bengali and whatnot. And it just straight away hit me, man. I wish granddad was alive, because I would have loved to just put a video recorder on him and just say, just talk, tell us stories like from World War II and all that. But even with dad, he almost lost the house, and he had that moment where he was walking around saying, Allah help me, I don't know what to do. And then an idea popped into his head where he had to play the system a little bit, sell it to his brother, boyfriend, all this sort of stuff. Anyway, he knows, of course, but it's those stories, I'm trying to say. It's like what you went through with the fire, and you're like, I don't know what to do. And him doing the same thing, not for him, he done it for his family, he done it for us. Us. He went through that. He went through his own fire moment that you went through, or maybe the other way around, because you went through the moment he went through.
And definitely he did. And I remember, because the day you came back from Singapore, I can't remember. I think you came back from Singapore and everybody in the house had COVID. You remember? And I was like, Mum's got COVID, Ash's got COVID, everybody's got COVID, and I'm laying there on the couch where Mum's been.
That was the first year of COVID, 2020. Yeah.
And then we went to all tests, and and then he broke down in the car, and it's the first time I've seen, Dad's quite a tough person. I mean, sorry, Dad, I'm exposing you, but I've always seen Dad as the tough nut in the house. He's always been tough with his emotions and the rest of it. And I know the age is kicked in, and he's seen all of us growing up and do like get into different things, and he kind of, as much as he worries, a parent is always going to worry, and I know that now as a father. That's a constant, because the world out there, that's what he was afraid of when we were young. His fear was that he was scared of what we were going to go through out there. I understand that fear now. But anyway, he that's the first time Dad broke down, and I know the story. He's told us plenty of times, but that was the first time it hit home, like really hard, like his trust in people, the reason why he doesn't trust people, why he doesn't have faith in humankind, because of how he's been betrayed in his lifetime, even with close people. And I think that's the hardest part. And it's about reassurance. And I feel like that's the first time he opened up to me in my And you have
to remember, in his age, so you're talking about all that trust stuff, and I don't want to expose too much of Dad's story unless he would love to tell it. And
no, exactly.
Out there. But the trust he had on people, like business partners, family members, just friends. He's limited amount of friends. There's people who just constantly backstabbed him. People who constantly just trusted, but they backstabbed him and whatnot. I don't blame him, but you have to remember, like, I don't blame him for like the breaking down now, but you have to remember back then, this was a different era. This were like men were men. Like things changed. Like things change. It's good to express yourself and talk about mental health. I think it's a good thing. But back then, men were men, man. And
they
the
didn't.
generation before, you don't talk. No, listen, what do you mean mental health? No, shut up. Like, there's no
Mm.
mental health. We don't do that stuff. No.
Mm.
Do your job. Like, and that's what dad did. He worked 2-3 jobs and he almost lost the house. All these sort of, there was no one, I guarantee you, no one that he went and spoke to, his brother, his friends, about,
No. He was on
this
his own.
happened in my life, like, and I need someone to talk to. There's no therapy, none of that sort of stuff. Now, he had faith, and I know he's grown over his religion over years.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Mabs the other day on Eid Day. Oh, Eid Mubarak, by the way, to everyone.
Oh yeah,
Eid
guys, Eid Mubarak. Sorry, Eid Mubarak, man. We got in deep with this one.
Yeah, we got straight in. But I was just talking to Mabs about it, and we were laughing just about old days and growing into religion and parents and whatnot. Sorry, Dad, to expose you. I remember my guy used to bring home like haram KFC. And then one day it stopped. And we're like, Dad, what happened? He's like, no, it's haram. We can't do that no more. But we were all growing, and I'm going through a religious phase myself now.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I was saying is, yes, he had his faith, and I think that helped him get through. But I don't know if this is the right statement, but I'm just saying it. Men were men. There's no mental health talk, man, especially in immigrant mentality. Dad was an immigrant mentality. Like, that's a different kind of mentality. I'm working 24/7, 2-3 jobs, to put the roof over my family's head, send money back home to bank. We should have been, Dad keeps saying it, we should have been millionaires. But I invested all that money back in Bangladesh. I gave it all to the family. But if I invested it in the UK, we should be millionaires. But, it is what it is. But, again, you have to think about it, man.
No, but again, he was helping his family. That's what
exactly. But he had no one to talk to about any of these mental trauma. And now he's going through some kind of trauma based on all the, like, everything he's done, the work and all that stuff, everything almost lost, the racist attacks that he went through in the 60s and whatnot in the UK. Not just him, but loads of Asian people, loads of black people, whatever, being in the UK, loads of like trauma from back then, which I think it's now he's kind of expressing himself a little bit about
it. PTSD, bro. PTSD.
Yeah,
he's suffering PTSD.
Listen,
he's suffering PTSD.
And the reason why I say that's legit, you won't believe this, and people won't believe. I suffer PTSD from my problems in Hong Kong. I tell you why I suffer PTSD. I get angry. One day I'll be praying. Or I'll be playing a game, whatever, and I'll just have these visions of what I went through in Hong Kong, the racism and the police stopping me and really just demoralizing me as a human being. And I'll just get angry, and I'll just start grinding my teeth, and I start like whispering to myself, "Motherfucker! If I saw you on the streets in London, I'll kill." Like, and my missus told me that, "Gee, you got a form of PTSD," and then even other situations that happened in the past, but I'm just using Hong Kong. And I'm like, that's why it's a legit thing. Now, Dad has that also from all the shit that went through in his life, right? And it would be good to kind of get him on, like, not get him on, but just like to record it. We don't have to post it. Maybe we just put it on we'll keep it for ourselves, to have these stories live for ourselves. But I mean, we all go through those moments, man. And I'm going to go through it, inshallah. Actually, I might say inshallah, actually. Maybe I do need to go through it when I have my kid. It's going to be different, you know what I mean? I'm going through shit now. We all do. Man, I'm crazy, man. I got this bad temper, bro. I got this bad temper. You won't believe it, man. The missus is upset with me because I got... Do you know why? You know what? This is embarrassing, but it's the truth. I couldn't exit the car park in Dubai. Dubai pisses me off, right? You take the wrong turn in, you miss your turn in, you end up in Saudi Arabia, bro. It takes forever. There's no, you catch the next left. No, you have to go 20 miles, you have to drive through Saudi Arabia and come back, and it's a mess. The car parks here, ask anyone, Google it, right? Dubai car park, you get lost. I couldn't exit the car park, it drove me nuts. I'm going around in circles, and she got upset. I started, fuck, you know me, went crazy, yeah? I got mental issues, bro. I can't even help my anger. Someone cuts me up, I go crazy. Like, we all have our form of mental health issues, man. I have mine too. I've got a lot better with my prayer through Ramadan. I do want to say, like, I'm still trying, but in Ramadan, I set myself a goal to do all my 5 prayers. No matter where I was, go do my prayer. So in the Dubai mosque, in the mall, on the floor, whatever, on the street. And I'm trying to keep that momentum, man. I've never
keep going.
Prayer is not a hard thing. It's discipline. I'm lacking discipline. And I'm trying to get that discipline. So, alhamdulillah, 2 days have gone after Ramadan. Still doing my prayers. Wherever we are, we're in a mall. All right, guys, you guys go to the coffee shop. I'll meet you there. I'm just going to quickly go do my prayers. And they all have these. I have got no excuse here, man, because they got prayer rooms and wudu rooms and all that stuff. But that's like a form of therapy, man. Like 5 times a day, it's almost a form of therapy. I'm trying to focus on my prayer. I'm trying to calm it down. Like, honestly, it's one of the best things. And I'm trying my best to keep it up, man. I'm on this momentum and I'm like, gee, just be disciplined. It's 5 prayers a day. It's easy. You got all the facilities. Just do it, you know? So, that's been helping me mentally, but I got my mental issues, bro. We all do, man. And I'm trying to be better at it, man. I really am. It's embarrassing when I get angry and upset over things, over stupid things. Motherfucker can't even exit a car park and I get turned hope. You're lucky I'm not hope, bro. I'll break things for no reason. If I can't get out of the car park, I'll turn green, smash the car park. Yeah, that's what I would do. This is so stupid. It's so stupid. It's embarrassing, but yeah, I don't know. We got deep into mental health and shit, but I think it's so important.
No, it's important. It's important. It's important, man. It's definitely important. But guys, make sure you reach out to somebody. There's loads of talk lines, and if it's somebody that if you personally know us, then drop a message, man. There's no harm in saying, Gibbs, man, you up for a chat? I'm always up for a chat. There's nothing. As long as there's nothing, I'm not anywhere, or I've got time. Everybody's got time. They can't make excuses. Everybody has time. Yes, we're lazy. Today I had a lazy day, bro. Today I'm going to do a shout out to What Heroes Do podcast. They had us up on there the other day. We talked about Mando season finale, and we talked about all other geeky stuff as well. So make sure you check that out. That's on our Instagram. You can click on the link for that. I do want to say, bro, like today I had one of those weird days. Alara's ill, trying to help around the house, trying to get things ready before baby comes. And I got stuck into a TV show, bro. I think I've done like 8-9 episodes already, bro. I've just had a lazy Sunday. I'm being lazy. I'm going to personally say, yes, I work hard. And today was that day where I just sat there. I can't watch it on big screen because it's got loads of swearing in it, but
Which one?
I was watching Ted Lasso, bro.
Oh, okay. I never got into that one.
I did not know how much I was going to enjoy that, bro. I'm not a football fan, bro. It's so good, and they're short episodes, like 30 minutes, but so good. It's like Office in the football world, but I can't compare it like that. It's totally different, but like it's already teared me up and it's made me laugh. It's a good show. Give episode 1 a go. And then let me know your thoughts from that. So I've been watching that. There's loads of stuff happening this week, guys. So it's going to be a busy week. Something's happening Tuesday. That's what I'm saying. But Friday, the digital home release of Shazam! Fury of the Gods. And shout out to the Warner Brothers UK team for always hooking a brother up. They're sorting us out. Some Pizza Planet pizzas. So it'd be a nice night in. Not unless the baby drops, and then plans can change. But as long as it's not Tuesday, it's all good. But not sad news. But Tuesday. Oh man, if that happens, man, lose. Anyway,
then it'll be fine.
Exciting times. Yeah, it has to be Ash. I hope Jamie Foxx is doing well. I hope he's in recovery at the moment now. But he had a stroke or something like that. Or had an operation.
I didn't hear about this. Jamie
Foxx, man. Yeah, man. I hope I know his daughter put out a post, so I'm hoping he is all well. Let me just find the post. I just saw it.
I'm going to Google it real quick. It's not on my news, so I didn't see anything.
Oh man,
Jamie Foxx continues to improve following medical incident.
I don't know if it was a stroke, bro. I can't remember.
But
I hope he's doing okay, man. I know the guy works hard, and we forget my guy's like plus 50, bro. So putting in the shift. Them guys still work hard, man. Even when I see The Rock, he's like 50 plus, and my man's still pushing weights at 4 or 3 o'clock in the morning, man. Come on, man.
It says medical complications. I don't know what that means, but yeah, hopefully. But it says that he's awake, which is a good thing. So that's blessings.
Cool. Yeah. Right, let me see.
Yeah, man, amazing. Well, good, man. I mean, listen, man. Before I get into things, man, because my week's been busy. It's been a tough week at work. I had the hardest week. It's always the shortest week. I was only working Monday to Wednesday. And then I took Thursday, Friday with Eid, and then I got this whole week off Saturday. And you know, it's the worst. 3 days, but it's the worst, right? So busy and so much shit to sort out. I had the hardest conversation at work. I had to companies kind of cutting down and whatnot. And as a manager, I had to have a conversation with someone. The worst thing ever. The worst thing. I hated it. This person's amazing, and it's not because of performance. It's not none of that. It's just because of cutbacks. Horrible. I was not just nervous. I was anxious, and I was like genuinely like, how can I? This person knows me, man. This person's cool with me. Like, I'm cool with them. How am I supposed to have this conversation, man? It's so hard. It was the hardest thing ever. So this week work was terrible. My Wednesday, after all the cuts that happened, Wednesday was just a horrible day. Everyone was just a bit sad. We lost loads of people at work and whatnot. It's a tough thing, you know. I lost some friends and whatnot at work who I've been working for a while.
Oh man.
Anyway, Atia's been in town. We've been busy, you know, exploring around Dubai, which has been amazing. Seeing a few things that I haven't seen, which is great. Went to Speedy Comics the other day. They had a few exclusives, man. Listen, they had these Punisher pop figures, which are exclusive. They're quite expensive, so I didn't pick them up. But one day, I think I might have to get them somewhere else. But I am going to. They had first edition Superman, which worth $5.6 million in their safe. Stay tuned, guys. I figured out how to get a viewing of their safe, and we're gonna have an exclusive behind the safe of the most exclusive comics and artifacts and comic book stuff in the Middle East, maybe the world. Giga still would freak out if he saw.
What, they've got an Action Comics?
He's got the original. I don't know which one, but it's worth 5.6 million. So it's got to be one of the first prints of the Action Comics.
Hold up, man. I'm gonna say Speedy Comics Superman issue.
Yeah, or
issue
behind
one.
the vault or something like that.
Hold on. Let me check. Speedy Comics. Speedy Comics Superman issue 1.
We can write Speedy Comics Dubai or something.
Speedy Comics.
Because I got it on Instagram, maybe I could find them, but we're gonna.
Well, we gotta know which issue they got there, bro, because that's a really proper geek out moment, bro. You probably
I'll speak to it.
That's the original OG, bros. Let's see, book an appointment. What they got in there, man? Let me see this. Oh damn, bro. They've got so they've got issue 1. Yeah, okay, so they've got Superman issue 1. Okay, that makes sense. All right. I thought it was the Action Comics, but still 5.8. Yeah, man, money's
$5.8 million. You need to listen. We're gonna. That's gonna be coming soon. Proper geek out. They had this first edition Punisher, but I don't get it. I'm not too clued up with it. But the second print or something like that. Anyway, talking about first edition. So, but look what I got here, bro.
Sick.
I got the first appearance of the X-Men comic. Now, this is a reprint. Obviously, it was worth £5 or whatnot. But the point is, I'm so excited. I got the Punisher one. Finally, I got a chance to read that. I'm going to get the opportunity to read the first ever appearance of the X-Men. Just, it says here, like, the strangest superheroes of all. Like, this is when I think mutants were introduced. No, Namor was the first mutant, right? But he goes, the X-Men, don't miss the fabulous first issue. I mean, this is going to be fantastic to read. I can't wait. You can look at the artwork, look at Beast, like even look at can you see that? You could look at Iceman. It just looks different, absolutely crazy. So that's something I got today. And then talking about comics.
Sorry guys, I had to release some gas. I'm sorry, I'm like gassy. Sorry.
Still
more
reading
gas,
the Punisher
more gas. Okay, sorry.
I was speaking to Uncle Shreb Sasa, right? He's the one who got us into comics. He's Punisher's his favorite character, is my favorite character too. And we were talking about these new comics, and I was like, listen, I know there was this whole big hoo-ha about his logo, which is still basic. However, he is still the Punisher. Now in this comic to this issue, my guy's got the power. Right? I told you that he's basically got these powers from the hand. Punisher with powers is a problem. It's like Punisher in the War Machine suit was a problem. Punisher with powers is a problem. My guy's gone around the world and he's slaughtering. I mean, the comic is very graphic, decapitating and slaughtering bad guys, cartel kingpins, freaking pedophile rapists, all that sort of shit, like in the world, like it's in here, like it's violent as hell. And as bad as it sounds, I'm like, man, this is. If I was telling Sus that, listen, I know the logo's changed, but Frank Castle, the Punisher, is not
It's still
changed.
there.
He's
It's
still
not
a
changed.
brutal motherfucker. And if you're a bad guy, you're dead. You're brutally dead. And it's just the way the news is reporting it in this comic. We just had
Excuse me.
reporting that this is the work that you've seen all this brutal stuff, but it's all bad guys, right? And then at the end, the news reporters like, this is the work. We just found out this is the work of Frank Castle, the Punisher. And then at the end of this, you got Captain America, you got Wolverine, Moon Knight, Doctor Strange. You're like, we got to stop you. You've gone too far. You've gone too far. He always goes too far. Anyway, really enjoying this. The next issue's coming out next month. I can't wait for that. Love that. But talk about violence. I just finally witnessed 3 hours of action masterpiece. Like action. I just saw art in the form of gun violence and knife violence and martial arts. Or on the flip side, I just saw a mass murderer do some mass murdering for the next 3 hours. I'm talking about John Wick 4. I finally got a chance to watch it. It finally got released in the Middle East. Wow, 3 hours of non-stop, amazing, like innovative, next level action. You know, non-stop. It's exactly what you want to see in a John Wick movie. I'm talking about this guy is the indestructible man. My guy falls off buildings. My guy falls down hundreds of thousands of steps. My guy gets hit by cars after cars. He doesn't break a single bone. And he just kills, he destroys and kills hundreds upon hundreds of people. But the way they do it is art. I know I'm being very controversial when I call him a mass murderer. I'm just joking, right? Some people might see that. But you know, it is.
It's the truth, though, man. It's the truth. I agree with it because
my missus sees it in that form, and she's like, "But I'm like, yeah." And how crazy is it that we're all here? We pay money to watch this, and we're celebrating it because he does some awesome shit, and you're like, "Oh my god, that's sick." But it's like me watching the UFC. Like it's art. It's martial arts. Right? I pay to watch the UFC because I enjoy. And I love to see the art form displayed in real fashion. We're doing the same thing with John Wick and these action movies because I paid and I've got popcorn and I'm ready to be entertained by art. And unfortunately or fortunately, this is violent art, but it's fucking amazing. Like, how do you top all the other movies? How do you top all these action movies? Like with this, just non-stop. And I love the fact that like they do the close combat guns with the Kevlar and the protectiveness, like the bulletproof. It just makes a different element. They're fighting with cars. I mean, listen, the nunchuck scenes after Bruce Lee, because obviously the master of nunchuck, isn't that like to me like the most? It wasn't the fanciest, but it was the most effective ways that I've seen someone use the nunchucks. I mean, absolutely amazing. There was like the scene where in the end we got the bird's eye view and they were in the house and he's just
they call it God's breath. That was like I feel like that was a nod to Constantine.
Well, listen, this movie, someone's probably done this on the internet, so you can check, but someone's probably made the evolution of action movies throughout the years. So you're talking about maybe back in the days when they first made a first movie and someone had a gun and they shot him and they were like, oh. And then there was that. Then you probably had cowboy movies where people like were shooting their pistolas and whatnot. Then you probably had, you know, I don't know, some other movies, and John Woo came out with The Killer in the 80s or whatnot. With the double guns and that smooth look from Chow Yun-fat. Then you've had Commando and RoboCop and Rambo and just shoot the shit out of people. Then you had, I don't know, another couple of other films. Equilibrium was probably in there. The Raid was in there.
Matrix.
And then you got Matrix was definitely in there. And then you got, now we're at this John Wick level. Yeah, Equilibrium done that, changed things a little bit with the gun carter and stuff. Now you're at this John Wick level, which is just some next level. It was just amazing. I'm just there in awe of this. And I'm looking at art. I'm watching how he does it. Not just he's just shooting everyone. It's just the movements, the angles, the jiu-jitsu, the judo, the martial arts in it, the blocking, like the blocking with the gunfire with the fingers, the sword work. Donnie Yen was absolutely amazing. I mean, that's like Daredevil in a different form. Which was absolutely amazing. You know, you had what's his name? Scott Atkins looks amazing as well. He was absolutely hilarious in it as well. But he was awesome.
Oh
Due
man,
to Lost Someone.
uh, hold
Got
on,
the
man, let
name.
me
I
get the
should
cast.
Google it. And also, I don't want to ruin this guy's name.
No, man,
But
respect, because he's awesome.
respect.
And listen, Scott Adkins, man, I wish, bro.
I know it
I
happened.
wish
Yeah.
it happened, bro. So we were in talks to try and get. I went out and reached out and I said, Scott, if there's an opportunity for me to interview anybody on the podcast, any of the talent, they came back to me, said Scott Adkins, but then the Scott Adkins team pulled out. But anyway, shout out to Scott Adkins. He was awesome in that. Plus, I'm loving the Art of Action series. I can't believe he's got a YouTube channel and he gets all these martial artists that we love.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he
yeah.
breaks it down, bro. And he did an episode. I saw the episode of him and Keanu Reeves. Now I'm watching all of them, bro. I'm watching the episode with Michael Jar White now. So no, listen, great content. And the universe could align, please.
Yeah, no, I mean it could do in the future. I mean, listen, we've worked hard and things do align, but just quick shout out to this movie. And again, spoiler alert. I'm so happy. Somehow, thank God, I didn't see any spoilers for this movie. I was like, what can you spoil in this movie? Actually,
Respect.
you could spoil a lot.
You know what, bro? That's respect. That's respect.
Yeah. So spoiler alert to everyone. But it's been a month since you guys seen it, so I'm a month late. But not that I'm a month late. It was Ramadan here, man. Haram. You couldn't see that kind of violence on TV during the month of Ramadan. Anyway, Lance Reddick, rest in peace to him. I just can't believe he died in the very beginning. I was like,
I know.
That hit hard. I was immediately like, this hit hard. Listen, Haruki Sanada.
Sanada, yes.
He passed away. He died in the movie, but he was fucking awesome. It just looks cool as always. I love the way he looks. Just samurai games, man. But he that fight between him and Donnie Yen, but also like like, again with Donnie Yen, because you were like, oh man, Donnie Yen's a bad guy, but no, it was just it's like business. But then the brotherhood that they had, oh man, such a good movie, man. I mean, like, what more can you ask for a John Wick movie? I mean, you got all these different characters in there. You got like different, like, it's like everyone has got their own different ability, and I don't even have to explain it. And the action scenes, man, they just get more advanced. They take it to the next level. That one in Paris when they were just fighting, shooting each other, and the cars were just going around. And,
it's creative on a different. Yeah, it's like creative. And bro, didn't you think this looked better than the last two movies? Like visually stunning, colors were great, the action was pulled out, and it was good, bro. The only thing that threw me off in that movie, bro. So this is the Scott Adkins scene in the club, yeah. Bare people getting killed, shot, martial art moves, axe in the head. People still breaking it down, bro.
I was just about to reference. That's what I'm saying. Like, to the missus was like, why isn't the police there? Why are these people still driving? I'm like, listen, it's John Wick universe. Let it be. Like, let it be. Like, that's the way it is. And why does Hope turn green? It's the MCU. Let him turn green. Why does this happen? Why does John Wick fall off a building and get shot up bare times and not die? It's John Wick. Let it be. So I just accept it for what it is. So yes, it is what it is. So I just accept it. Say, because those cars were just driving in Paris and they're shooting in between and no one's stopping. And no police come in. I'm like, yeah, man, listen, it's just action. It's art. Let's enjoy the art for what it is. Because it is art. It is, man. Like when they not slow down, but when you just see him work, it's just amazing. And also, my guy, why has he got cardio for days? Because he's John Wick. Let him have cardio. I've never seen him do jogging and sprints and whatever. Like, he's not on the. I don't see him doing plyometric exercises or whatever. My guy's got cardio for days.
For days.
Right? So let him
That's
be.
Sheer will, bro. He's got sheer. Remember, they said it in the first one when he goes, he killed a man with a pencil, a fucking pencil. You know what I mean? Is sheer will. That's all he's got. He's got sheer, like, proper. That's all it is, bro. It's dedication, bro. That's a guy. Yeah. That's a guy you want working for you, bro.
100%. I mean, listen, it's supposed to be unrealistic action. He won't survive fucking the first 10 minutes with all those people. It doesn't matter. It's art. You have to understand. It's choreography. It's art. It's however you want to say it. Some people might not see it as art. Right? I see these figures as art. People laugh at me. But then I went to. Do you know what I went today? Today we went to this Aya Cosmic thing, which was like the digital art thing. I was there and I was tripping out. I'm like, this is art too. This is art. The movie we watched was art. You know what? What's his name? That movie, This Is the End, with James Franco, when he was talking to that guy and he was like, this is art, that's art. And he was like, when he said to his mother, it's like, your dad, your mom and dad made art, you are the art. Anyway, I'm not going to say the exact word. What I'm saying is like, that movie was pure art. And what I loved about it was 3 hours of non-stop action. And that's all I wanted to see.
No,
That's
it was
what you
good.
want to see,
It was
creative
good.
action.
It was
And
good.
I freaking loved every minute of it. I just loved the way Donnie Yen moves. And I was thinking, how's he going to do it as a blind guy? He just done it so good. I was like, I don't care if he's a blind assassin. He's like Daredevil. Again, this is almost like a superhero world because Keanu Reeves doesn't die. And he was so Daniel was so good. He's so smooth. Like he's like the coolest fucking dude ever when he does his
He
martial
is
arts and whatnot. Just
so
loved
good.
it, man.
So good. The guy
He
flows well. He just flows well, bro.
flows so good, so good. I'm trying to think of other scenes that I loved. I mean, the guy, Mr. Nobody, was awesome with the dog. Even the dog doesn't die. Like that dog, like got smashed into a car. Like, that dog don't even die. I can't even think any bad things of the movie. Honestly, I
It's
really
good fun.
can't.
Good fun, full on, like kept you on the go. It was almost like a Terminator movie, man. Just full on chase. Keep giving. It's a good movie.
Little
I
bit
can't
of
wait to watch
dialogue,
it
but we
again.
get straight back into the action. Yeah, but I could easily watch that again. I'm gonna wait. I mean, I'm not cinema experience in Dubai is the shittest experience ever, man. Dubai cinema experience is shit. I'm just putting it out there, shit, because people are full of shit here when it comes to the cinema. I hate it, bro.
So they
Listen,
pay money to talk in there.
they pay money to talk in there and they pay money to fucking disturb other people, right? I fucking hate it. Like, excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm going to cry a little bit here, yeah? Listen, if you're going to react to the action, that's totally cool. Like, oh,
Yeah.
shit, oh, fucking cool. Freak the fuck out. When it's a dialogue scene, when it's a quiet scene, especially at the end of the movie when it's just quiet and I'm just hearing da, 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 I'm like, shut the fuck up, man. Not on this part. Not on this part when he's gonna die and whatnot. I didn't even expect him to die. Spoiler alert. But shut the fuck up, man. It gets me so angry. Listen, the voice in the cinema on a quiet scene is the most annoyingest voice ever. I wanted to kind of become John Wick at that moment and just elbow someone's jaw. These bitches, man, don't shut the fuck up. And I'm just like, you know what, man? Like, I asked them in the beginning because immediately they're talking, right? And they're talking among themselves at this level, at least whisper.
Oh shit.
So immediately said, like, listen, sisters, like, can you please just keep it down? And they're sitting there smiling, and I'm like, I just want to throw my hot chocolate at them and watch you not melt like fucking witches that you are. Anyway, see, I got mental issues. I'm getting angry.
Sorry.
The cinema experience in Dubai is shit. Simple. I'm telling you lot now, it's shit. You don't get what I got in other cinemas where you could just sit there quietly. Listen, other places people talk, but generally it's just quiet. In Dubai is shit. They're just inconsiderate motherfuckers.
What happened there?
So I cried a little bit in cussed Dubai cinema experience, but it's true. Fuck you lot. Fuck the cinema experience in Dubai.
You need to catch it at a time where there's nobody there, bro, like a morning showing or something.
Try, man. You won't believe it. I've tried and I've gone to these deserted cinemas and someone comes in, two people come in and they have to sit next to me and all I can hear is, I'm like, oh, fuck.
You know what you should do? I know this is bad and this is the childishness of me kicking in. Like pretend to go toilet and hold your drink all over them, bro.
I have to do so. I need to control myself because I get so angry, man.
Nah, don't let it. It's hard.
I know.
I can understand.
Like it gets me so angry because I paid for my ticket to watch this movie, not to listen to you motherfuckers talk, man. I remember when I asked you, they're sitting there smiling, and I'm like, man, I want to punch you. I'm not gonna hit you. I'm not, but I'm very close to just ripping your face off. Like it gets me so angry, man. So anyway.
Chill. Violence is not the way, brother. Violence is not the way.
Violence is definitely not the way. I mean, listen, I might just start. Yeah, listen.
I think what you should do is like
pirate shit, man. I'm just gonna pirate shit. Fuck it, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to
that's one way. That's one way. But cinema, I would say, and this is sorry, guys. Like this is me being childish, and I probably was a really arrogant youth when I was a youth. Bro, just dash the drink one part, like just pow, accident. Oh, so sorry. Or like get some ice cream and like make it messy, bro. It'd be funny. because I see the funny side of it. I know it'd be annoying though, and it'd be quite embarrassing. But
But
right, it
I
won't
wanted
solve
to throw
nothing.
my hot chocolate at them. Yeah, it won't.
It
It
won't
won't.
solve
No,
nothing.
listen.
It won't solve nothing. It'll
What
make you
I
feel
need
more
to
like
do,
shit as well, bro. So guys,
what I
ignore
need
me.
to, do you know what I need to do? And I keep telling myself to do it, but my ego at that time kicks in. It's like, just look around the cinema, and when you see an empty spot with no one around, at least like 5 seats around,
Mm.
just go there. But I can't. But I don't want to, because I'm like, I paid for this seat. I want to sit in my seat. So why do I have to move because of this motherfucker? But I need to just put my ego aside and be like, all right, that corner's free. Let me just go up there. But
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't find it in myself to do it, because I'm like, I shouldn't have to do that because of you fucking idiots.
But I mean, like,
Anyways,
yeah, that's
this
what I'm
was a
saying. You move
movie
on.
where, yeah, this was a movie where it was a full-on action movie, so you can just enjoy it. And listen, John Wick, listen, the spin-offs that they can make from this movie, I hope they do them. There's a
Mm.
possible spin-off with Donnie Yen. They are end credit scene. They left it in that way, which I thought they were going to do, so they can possibly make a end credit, another spin-off show or movie with Don Yang and the story of the Japanese girl. They got the Continental series coming out. They could give us a young John Wick. We heard a little bit about him being an orphan and being brought up into this and being this assassin and whatnot. Like, we can possibly see that training. Maybe we don't need to. Maybe the mystery is good, but there's so many spin-offs that we can see. There's so many other assassins out there. Like Don Yen was one of them, and he was actually amazing. I love this content. I love this John Wick universe that
So I mean,
they're
saying
trying to
that
create.
we got the trailer for Peacock's TV show for the Continental that's out. We got Anna de Armas, who's going to do the ballerina, which is going to be the spin-off, which I saw their movie with Chris Evans today as well, called Ghosted, which was just a good fun action romantic
I
comedy.
saw that, yeah.
Nothing amazing. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing the John Wick universe expand and grow. I mean, we're in an era now where we get to see stuff like this, so which is good. So I hope, for Keanu Reeves, this is the end, and he moves on and does Berserk, because that's the comic book he's working on, which is amazing so far, and it's a good read about an immortal. So let's see what he does next, man. I know he's got loads of stuff coming up, but yeah, John Wick was awesome, bro. John Wick was awesome.
John Wick was awesome. All right, moving on, man, because we've been talking a lot. Let me get straight into the news and other stuff. But man, John Wick was awesome. I watched Mario. Other things I watched Mario.
I haven't
That
seen
was
that
really
yet.
fun. Oh, it was
Yeah.
so much fun. So much fun. It's one of the best, highest grossing video game movie of all time, I believe. I think I read something.
Okay. Yes, that's right. That's right.
It's a very fun movie. I believe they're doing a Nintendo universe as well.
Okay.
From the other games. I think so. I saw something. Look, but it was very good. And Jack Black was hilarious. I think Jack Black is Jack Black like the best, like, what do you call it? Like when he sings songs in movies, and the way he's got the vocals, not just the vocals, like lyrical vocals, but he does the sound of like almost like beatboxing, but with the sound. He's just the best. I love Jack Black. His tune that he sang in that.
Peaches.
Yeah. It went to like the top 100 or something. I feel like the first Jack Black song in ages. I went to top 100 or something.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely amazing. Film's hilarious, really good. Do check that out. Mando, we finally got the final episode of Mandalorian. Did you watch it? What did you think?
Yeah, bro. Listen, I mean, guys, if you want to hear my full thoughts, check out the What Heroes Do podcast. Me, Luke, and Glenn, we geek out about it, and I tell you my thoughts, bro. 40 minutes felt rushed. Happy ending, I'm not too happy about. Too many questions, bro. I got too many questions, but overall, I enjoyed it. It was a good, fun episode. Moff Gideon is a badass. I feel like we could have got more of him. I like where they were heading with, the clones and the Beskar armor that they were going to get for the new Imperial soldiers. I just wanted to know where it was heading more, because they gave us so much more in the previous episodes. I just feel like, why did they finish it on that sort of weird happy ending? Because I know there's going to be more. We're getting more. We're going to get another season. We're going to get more movies. I just feel like they closed it off nicely, because we've got Ahsoka coming, we've got all of the skeleton crew coming. So I think they wanted to keep they don't want that hype to go over those movies. If that makes sense.
Yes, it makes
Or
sense.
TV
It makes
shows,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. In my thoughts, bro, they can easily make a season 4 and everyone's on board. Like, you didn't need a cliffhanger for me to get me on board
That's
with
true.
season 4. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so I kind of liked it. I loved, listen, that happy ending was sweet. It was like, again, it was that lone wolf and little cub, and
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
Just that father and son. He
But,
adopted him
oh,
as
that
his
was
son.
deep. That got me. That was
Emotional,
emotional.
man.
That got me.
And
That really got me.
Grogu just being the cutest ever, but also just trying to protect his father and using the force. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. And the love that you can see that Mando has for Grogu. Not that he just adopted him as son, but just when he was in trouble, but when Grogu was helping him, and he's like pressing the robot saying no. But I loved it. But that little happy ending. And the way you had that little, that they do that aspect when it just has that little circle
The little
around them. And you
circle.
just see, I loved the fact that he went and got a house and he's with his son. I loved it, and it tells me like you don't know what's I think if you started a season 4, because he said I'm still in business, he's still a bounty hunter. He's going to be very specific with his business now because of Grogu, but he's still in business. So I think you can easily make little stories between them, which the show has been always doing. Like certain episodes were just little adventures, but then you can make big adventures later. So I really freaking enjoyed it, and I like that ending. And if they make season 4, I'm in. If they don't, I'm kind of happy with this. You know what I'm saying? So
Luke said the same thing. Luke said the same thing. Luke English, who's part of the What Heroes Do podcast. There we go. Plug in for them because they're a great bunch of guys. They reached out to me last year, and just asked questions about the podcast and how to put it together and where to go and how to do the episodes and stuff like that. I gave them advice on it, and I'm always happy to help out anybody who wants to start something like this off, because there's so many free things that you could use to do this. Zoom, you maybe have to pay for if you want to speak longer. You will make certain investments for something that you enjoy doing. So I helped them out. I did some artwork for them for their podcast as well. I'm happy to help out. I'm not going to ask people for money for helping out when they want to do something where it's pure passion, because Luke, he loves Boba Fett. He's a massive Star Wars fan. He's a massive Punisher fan. So he gets along with you when you talk about the Punisher on that. Glenn is a massive Doctor Strange fan. I mean, how can I not say, like, I find it hard because yes, I run my own business. I do freelance artwork, but there are some points where I'm like, here's two guys trying to start a passion podcast like we did. How can I say no to them? So that's why I asked. It was really last minute. They were on their 10th episode. They wanted to dedicate it to us because we inspired their podcast. So he said he'll get us on again next time. So I will keep up.
Yeah, so we had planned at the time. It was Ramadan. It was the end of Ramadan.
Yeah, it was Eid as well. It was Eid as well.
Yeah, it was Eid. Yeah, it was a tough one, but
it was last minute.
Yeah.
So listen,
I'd love to geek out with him about some Punisher stuff. I hope he's reading. If you're watching, I hope you're reading this, man. I'd love to get your thoughts on what you think of this series, and don't let the uniform put you off. Like, trust me. Anyway, but yeah, let's definitely try and do that, man. I love that. And listen, this is what I love about these podcasts. We're not in competition with any of our geek brothers or anyone.
No.
Like, in fact, we're uplifting each other. Like, you come on our podcast, we go on yours. We give each other shout outs. That's what we should be doing. We should be uplifting each other. And I love that. I love that about podcasts, because there's no competition. It's more about just everyone sharing their passion. So, it's great that you helped them out with the artwork and stuff. And
listen, man, I've known Luke for years. I know Luke through Archer anyway. So he's a music law lawyer. And he worked for Disney for a very long time. I had him on the Geek Out session last year, I think. And he talked about how it was when he used to work for Disney as well in 20th Century, I think it was. But no, I mean, listen, man, I'm always happy to help, and I'm happy to give advice as well. I did want to start up an advice page, like slot on our Instagram and TikTok page, which I am going to do, because I've got the kit that we use, guys. You could buy that off Amazon or Argos to pick up the kit if you want. You don't have to spend shitloads of money.
You could just use this for now. You could just press record with this. Kick up a YouTube page and upload it. Start with that, man, and you're good to go. And then
exactly.
slowly invest. Yeah.
If you've got a phone and most of you guys will. And it's not like it's bro, a box standard Samsung phone has a 720p camera on it. Now listen, as Gilman just clearly said there, just go live and start posting it up.
That's it. And there's no edits.
There's no
We
edits.
don't edit. Listen, we first record and we talk and we express ourselves. Now, you know what I mean? There's no edits of like, oh, Gibbs, make sure you say this. Oh, hey, at this point we said, no one's telling us shit, right? We are doing our things. We don't, and we should never be in a position where someone's trying to tell us what to do. Fuck that. Be it sponsors or whatever, if we ever get them. And I mean, you know, Logitech and whatnot give you stuff, but they're not telling you, can you make sure you say this? Can you make sure you don't talk about this? No, fuck that. No, we talk about what we want and express ourselves, and we give you our thoughts and shit. So that's a good thing about it. And you know, I had a deal, a young brother from the UK on the podcast. Do check out that episode. And we talked about his martial art journey and what got him into martial arts, he started competing, and that was his process of competing mentally, physically, and whatnot. And the first thing he asked when he jumped on was like, can I swear? I'm like, brother, express yourself, man. You say whatever the fuck you want. I'm trying to. I know Ramadan's done. I should stop swearing, but what you call it? I told him, bro, express yourself. No one's telling you what you can and cannot say. And we had a great conversation. And I was like, this is
I saw that episode, man. Good episode. Very good episode.
Yeah,
make sure you guys check it out.
We spoke for an hour and a half, and I had to go because I had to do my Asr prayer. And I told him, bro, it's Ramadan. I got to do this in general, but I'm trying to prioritize my prayer over everything, right? So when it's prayer time, I don't care what it is, I'm gonna go to Murray. So that's why we stopped, right? But I was like, bro, I could have spoke to you for 2 hours, and I was supposed to do this podcast with him last year when we were I was in Singapore still. This is when we were introduced by George. Shout out to George. Adil works in media as well, and we were supposed to do it then. And I was like, you know what, brother, listen, I'm moving to Dubai. So much going on and whatnot, so let's hold it. 8 months later, man, we finally did it, and it's the first time literally talking to him. We spoke on Instagram, and I'm like, now we just connected. You're being yourself, I'm being myself, and we're talking about something that we're both interested in, which is martial arts, and we just talked for ages. And this is what I love about it, man. Like, you know, we just have conversation, man. You know what I mean? And I'm happy to just sit there and listen to people express their journeys in whatever it is, comic book stuff, martial arts, just their journey, their process and stuff. So I freaking love it.
That's
man.
right. Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. All right. Was there anything else?
Yeah, there was loads of stuff, man. Real quick, I'll kind of go through it. I know we talked a lot.
Yeah.
So Lupin season 3, October 5th.
Sort of
great show.
that.
Check it out. They're looking to do a Knuckles spin-off, Sonic and Knuckles. They're looking to do a Knuckles
spin-off.
Sort of
picture for that. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah.
That was awesome. Mortal Kombat 2 producer Todd Garner confirmed on Twitter that the much anticipated sequel will begin filming in June and finish in September.
Okay. All right.
I enjoyed that first one. I genuinely did. I like the powers and the way they used it. I thought that was good. Godzilla and Kong, there was a new little footage that came out.
Yeah, little footage came out.
First little release. Yeah. It's called The New Empire. Listen, the first movie was iffy. I think you should just make them to fight more. That's all I want to see.
Let them fight.
Listen, let them fight. Exactly. Listen, John Wick 3 was amazing. John Wick 4 was amazing because it was 3 hours. Listen, it was a 3-hour movie. Say 2 hours, 45 hours pure action, and then there was 15-minute dialogue. That's all I need to see, bro. So I want to see that with King Kong and Godzilla.
Exactly.
Just get better monsters and let them fuck shit up and fuck the humans up and break down buildings. I don't care. That's all I want to see from a Godzilla and Kong movie. So that was good. Mel Gibson and 50 Cent are set to star in an indie crime thriller. That sounds interesting. Okay. If they do some kind of like Lethal Weapon style thing, that might be quite interesting. RoboCop, Stargate, more series begins development on Amazon. So they're looking to do a RoboCop series.
I heard about this, yeah.
Might be good, you don't know.
Well, they did a TV series back in the early 2000s, if I'm correct, or late 90s.
I can't remember, man.
Yeah, man, they did a TV show, man. Alex Murphy.
I say get old school Alex Murphy in and let him do the and have that soundtrack and have him shoot some dude in the nuts because that's the funniest shit ever. That toy.
Bro, you know what? I've been trying to get that toy since you sent that image around, yeah? That thing is going for like $300, bros. People selling it on eBay for so expensive. And somebody just did it as a one-off, bro.
I can't believe someone made a toy of the dude who got shot in the nuts by RoboCop. That's like the best toy in the world.
No, bro, it's a shot in the dick.
showing the dick. Sorry, it's better when you emphasize that my guy got shot in the dick by RoboCop. And the toy's hilarious because it's just dude.
It's like,
oh god, that's one of the funniest fucking toys of all time, man. Someone actually made that. They invested their money in making that.
no, bro, that's I rate that guy. I rate that guy. Continue.
Have that in
They
the
should do a
RoboCop
series,
show.
a spin-off series of what happened to the guy that got shot in the dick by RoboCop.
They should do how he got to that point, and then that scene happens, and then what happens to him? Does that change him? Does he become a good guy after that or what? Because he got shot in the dick by RoboCop. And that was that technology at its finest in the 80s, man, where he analyzed where the woman's skirt was and where my guy's dick was, and he shot through the skirt. That was the technology at its finest, bro. Sniper. Oh shit. Funniest thing
bro,
ever, man.
that's hilarious. Come on.
All right.
I don't know. Is it a company called Orion? Yes, come on, pick it up, man. And Amazon, just do it, man. Come on, man. Here's a, what life after getting shot in the dick. Anyway, sorry. Too much. I'm gonna make a poster. You know what? Hold up. I'm sorry. That's people are gonna probably hate me or be like, Kibbs, what are you thinking? Poster.
You gotta censor that one, bro. Make sure no one else sees it. Or somehow.
I get shot on the dick by RoboCop. I'm sorry, guys. I've got some guests, man. I had a chicken takhracha or something, which was really nice. Like I've never had it before. I picked something off the menu that I'd never usually pick because I'd just go for, like chicken breast or something like that and rice. I picked this next thing, which was really nice, but gassy games, man. So you've probably heard me fart on the podcast before, but here we go again. Sorry, I shouldn't talk about this, but
I'm just glad I'm not in the room, bro. Buzz. Let's finish off with some comic book news, but we're getting into the comic book realm, which is what we are always into and stuff. Real quick, the Russo brothers shared a major update on the Battle of the Planets movie, which is one of their new movies, and I didn't write down what the update was, so I lost on that one. However, the news I wanted to say was they're interested in directing the Batman movie.
I'm on it. Let them do it.
New James Gunn universe. Yeah, why not? I mean, that'd be sick.
Do it, man. Do it.
So
and
that was
again, shout outs to them as well, because they've got a podcast where they get directors on and film people on, which I've been watching recently. Yeah, bro, wicked. Something in pizza. They have pizza and they talk, and it's amazing. And like that's two podcasts or two YouTube channel videos that I've invested in because it gives you back like a value, with the art of martial arts or the art of action with Scott Adkins. He's giving you insight from what they were going. I was like, Iko Uwaz's episode was really good, bro. And how he got into martial arts and how it came from his granddad and his uncle. I was like, this is sick. And then the Russo brothers do their own one. I was like, this is a treat, bro. So thank you, guys. I mean, you probably won't even watch this podcast, but if it comes across in the algorithms, good job.
I mean, this is the amazing world of the internet. Like back in the days, you would never get people who you admire constantly, seeing what they're doing and giving you their thoughts and the adversities they go through or whatever it is. Like now you get that, you get podcasts with all these guys. I freaking love it, man.
No, exactly.
All right, cool. Marvel stuff. What else we got here? Okay, good. Big update on the Sony Spider-Man universe and movies are going to be finally uploaded onto Disney Plus. I guess them fuckers made a deal finally. Freaking hell, man. After all these years, but which is great. Which also means Spider-Man is going to be a big part of the MCU and all that sort of stuff. So that's great.
Sorry.
The next thing was... Yeah, Thanos creator Jim Starlin has revealed Avengers Infinity War had a 45-minute deleted scene that was never finished that would have shown Thanos' destructive trip to Xandar to retrieve the first Infinity Stone, which was the Power Stone, I believe. And they should have put that in Infinity War. They should have. However, they should finish that scene and re-release Infinity Wars to get a couple of extra thousands. So that 45-minute scene, why not put a couple of hundred extra thousands? It's already a $2 billion movie. why not, bring up,
Get it on
because
there,
number
man.
1, 2,
Get
and
it on
3,
there.
you got Avatar 1, you got Endgames, and then you got Avatar 2, right? Why not release, I don't know. I'm just saying, but I would have loved to see a 45-minute scene of Thanos getting that Power Stone.
Let's do
Anyway,
it. Let's do it.
that was that. The Avengers directors. Oh yeah, I just talked about that one. Adam Driver apparently is in talks to play Mr. Fantastic. Now that's a rumor that's been thrown around, but I've seen that a lot. So I don't know. It could be fake news, but Adam Driver is Mr. Fantastic.
I could see it. He's a good actor. But when
He's a
you've
brilliant
got
actor.
that John Zielinski guy from The Office, and you gave us him as keep with him, man.
I think keep with him. He was very good. I liked him.
Yeah, he looked the part. Anyway.
Yeah, and the fans want him, and Marvel's good at giving
Exactly.
the fans mostly what they want. So give it to him. But I don't know. Let's see. Maybe it could be fake news. Owen Wilson is in talks to be in Venom 3 as Morbius. So what is TBA?
It's getting interconnected.
Interconnected. I mean, there's loads of stuff. I'm not reading it, but loads of stuff coming up about Deadpool and how it's going to just change the MCU. It's getting them involved. It's going to be sick. So Venom 3 is an interesting one, but maybe there's something connected anyway there. And then lastly, to finish on this, Mr. Jonathan Majors. Now, he hasn't been dropped from Marvel and all that stuff, but he's been dropped by his management and PR firms for the alleged assault.
Yeah,
now, it says alleged.
Yeah. Alleged.
No, it says alleged. Like, what has he been, convicted of before you start dropping them and putting this shit out there? Like, what was the backstory? Now, I'm not saying I condone any of the shit that he did, but why did it happen? What was both sides of the story? What was how hard? But I mean, how bad was it? Not saying that you can ever, if there's any excuse to hit a woman in any sort of thing or hit anyone in any sort of thing, but because you're gone.
I'm gonna go into conspiracy world right now. So this is Hollywood conspiracy worlds, or the all-seeing eye. Jim Carrey gave us all the warnings. They were trying to strike a deal with him, and he was like, "Nah, F off. I ain't doing it." And they were like, "Okay, we're gonna just mess your life up." There's some sort of something going on in the background, because something like that don't happen. My guy is on a winning streak, bro. All of his stuff has been, A class. And then suddenly all of this pops out when my man got Kang coming out, Creed 3. He's got some next movie he's working on. He's looking to make millions, bro. He's going to be one of the... I don't know.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one because Dana White, president of the UFC, around New Year's, he slapped his wife. It was caught on camera and everything. He moved on and nothing happened. Now, people were trying to cancel him. He went on and he said, listen, the worst thing that's ever going to happen to me, the worst thing that's happened to me has happened to me. My kids saw it. I'm going to have to live with that. And he moved on. And I'm not saying there's any white privilege stuff here. I'm not talking about that. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just saying. So if Major's done what he did, first find out what the reason was. I don't know. But, why cancel it? Why people make mistakes? Listen, Will Smith smacked Chris Rock, right? And no one cancelled him. Everyone was some people were praising it. Like, it was horrible, right? I even heard, I don't know if this is true, this might be fake, but I heard that Will Smith wants to sue Chris Rock and Netflix for allowing him to do his comedy special and talking about Will Smith and his family. Now, if it's true, if it's fake news, then I apologize. I didn't do my research. But if it's true, after reading that, I felt a little bit like, because I know a lot of people that hate Will Smith. Now, a lot of our friends are like, fuck him, man, I don't know what you should. I still enjoy his content. However, I still think he's an idiot for doing that. I don't think it was right or anything, but I still enjoy his content. He doesn't motivate me as much. I don't watch his Instagram stories when he tries to be motivating. It doesn't really motivate me anymore. I think he's lost that element, but I still enjoy his content. But if it was true that he's actually trying to sue them, I actually lost a little bit more respect. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. You slapped the individual in front of millions of people on one of the biggest stages ever, the Oscars. And then he gets his revenge by just cussing you and your family, and you want to sue him? Like, shut the fuck up, man. You're a dick. If that's true. If it's not, then everything I said, disregard it. I'm an idiot.
Retract.
I'm an idiot for tomorrow. But if it's true, I would start losing more respect. I'll still watch his movies, Bad Boys and whatnot, but I'll think that you're a fucking idiot if it's true. If it's true. If it's not, I'm an idiot for not doing my research. Simple as that. But yeah, man, like, why cancel him? Listen, like he fucked up. He fucked up. Let him face the consequences that he's got to face with which is the embarrassment for the rest of his life. And just like, whoever he slapped, his wife, his girlfriend, whatever, like, they'll figure that shit out between them. How do we not know she cheated on him or something, or she said something? I don't know. I don't think there's two sides to the story.
There's two sides of the story. There's more to come. And we'll find out soon.
You want to ruin the guy's life forever now because he made a mistake, which obviously he made is a bad mistake. You should never do that again. But come on, man, like, I want to still see him as Kang. Don't drop him from Marvel. Don't drop him. Don't be stupid. Give him some time off. Let this cool down. Get him back out there. What the fuck? What's the worst going to happen? Like, he's going to still he's going to do an amazing job still. The movies are going to make millions, billions possibly, and what? Everyone's going to forget that he slapped someone. Everyone slaps someone. I mean, I don't slap anyone, but people slap people, man. It's just the way it goes. It's unfortunate because these people are in the public eye. Oh, you're never allowed to slap anyone because you're in the public eye. Everyone slaps. No, it's not a white statement, sorry. But everyone has their issues, man. You know what I'm trying to say? Not everyone slaps everyone.
Slap, man. Slaps.
Remember that shit that used to go on at the time? Happy slap. Randomly slap innocent people. Anyway.
One of them destroyed me, though. The guy who's sleeping like this. That was like, you're going to get it, bro. Anyway, that's deep. All right, cool. Listen, I think Alara wants to speak to you. That's why she's still up.
Okay. Well, look, that was all the news, man. That was all the news that I had for this week. So check out Fight Talk. Me and Curtis are going to talk about it tomorrow. A bit too late today because I was out all day. So we're going to try to do it tomorrow morning. So I'll upload it. Great UFC fight tonight. So do check that out. And yeah, man, that's all the news I had, man. So I'm good.
As always, massive thank you. And we'll catch you up soon. Catch you on the next episode. One love. Peace.
Let me quickly grab a pic before you go, bro.
Yeah, man.
Before we get a ladder.